Hi, hello, I'm Zonfon, and welcome back to another episode of Hardcore Minecraft upon our lovely island here. And today we're going to be getting some honey. Bees. We're going to be getting some bees, more specifically honeycomb, not really honey. And before we can do that, we kind of need to do a couple things here. We actually need to move our tree situation over elsewhere. I picked out a decent location for it, and we kind of need to move our animals because the plan is to build a lovely spot for the bees right about in this area right here. And well, we can't do that with all of these loud friends here all up in the way. Ignore me, I'm just gonna... Alright, all the wood has been chopped down. All of our spare saplings for now I'm just going to stick in there. And I did go ahead and make an automatic bone meal farm that I could put all of the extra crops or whatever into. And it fits really nice into this little area. I quite like that. But anyways, I'm going to stick all of this in here for now because we do need to start gathering some materials, and I believe that's going to be all of the dark oak that we're going to need. I forgot it was raining out here. But we are also going to need a lot of cherry blossom leaves, so I took a little bit of time to chop some more cherry wood down to gather up plenty of saplings and plant ourselves a field. And I'm just gonna let this grow up a little bit, and then we'll cut it all down. Now that I'm thinking of it, it would be nice to take our diamond hoe here and maybe some spare materials and see if we can't go over to our enchanting cave to get some silk touch on our hoe. Alrighty, that did not take nearly as long as I suspected it might. Luckily for you guys, unluckily for me, I put a nail in my foot, so I have no choice but to not get distracted by things other than what we're doing here. Anyways, that's besides the point. The first try, silk touch hoe. That was very unexpected, but now we can get to work. Well, this has turned into a very montage heavy episode, but we now have plenty of cherry leaves and plenty of dark oak logs. I think this will complete and finish up what we need to be doing here. But if not, I'm gonna have to go find that dark oak forest because, well, that's it. That's what we have left. I chopped down all the trees, and literally this is all I got left. All I got back. But anyways, we now have a big, wide open space to start building ourselves a little bit of a bee farm. This is going to be fun. The idea is that we're going to have a big cherry blossom tree right about here, probably about the size of the oak tree that I built in front of the church back in the survival world. Think about that big, and it's gonna be surrounded in bee boxes. And I'm also thinking we can put some makeshift flower garden situations around it and create almost like a circular bout. I don't know what that I don't know you would call it. You know when you go into a area and you're like, oh look, there's this point of interest, but then I can go off into this direction or this direction or that direction. That's what I'm talking about. That's what we're making here with the bees. But we gotta go to bed before we can do that. It's spooky out here. And just like that, we have a tree. Man, you go to sleep and wake up and things sure do happen. Now, there are a few things in this tree that I wasn't able to complete simply because I don't have access to those blocks yet. One of them is going to stay a little bit of a surprise, but these two moss blocks are actually supposed to be regular beehives. I don't have any beehives yet, but I do have 2 campfires and a silk touch axe. Oh, hello, pig. Oh, he's running away now. Anyway, my brother came came into my office to talk. Let's go find some bees. I lost my train of thought. Hi, be my friend. Aha, you're my friend now. And now you need a name too. Come on, let's find a good spot for you. He's so cute. Oh, let's get back to this. We may have to go do a little exploring. Well, there's 1 and 2. It is raining, but the show must go on. Now that we have 2 new beehives here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put them right here. I do believe that a couple more campfires may be in order for the time being, just so we can start breeding up some bees really good, and we'll just make this me safe. Now we just need our bees to make some honey. Until then, I have a mess to clean up. And there is a nice clean slate. I did decide to leave the taller trees. I just think they look nice. I may chop this one down. It's kind of blocking the view of our very pretty cherry blossom. Speaking of our cherry blossom tree, we need to start actually building the honeycomb farm. Now, in the original plans for this, I was just going to have a manual farm set up, so there were going to be a bunch of beehives just kind of scattered about, so I could just come by and shear up all the honeycomb that I could ever need. But I decided that I didn't really like the smoke particles. I had to get myself some shears, but what I'm planning on doing instead is to actually build a farm under the tree itself. That'll be where we get our honeycomb, and then we can start, you know, messing with things like that back there. Make sure it doesn't all turn into one cohesive piece. Keep some texture in the place. And candles. I like candles. There you are. Alright, so let's breed up our bees and get to digging a hole. Oh my goodness. I cannot believe how long it takes just to breed some bees. And I even broke one of the beehives, so I had to go looking for another one. I forgot to record that bit, but goodness gracious. I have a few more bee boxes that are going to be used in this area, but for right now, we can replace these pieces of moss with our beehives. Look! Look how happy they are. Oh, you're stuck on the leaves. Oh dear. Don't do that. Now, you may be thinking, well, this doesn't look very different from how you left it. What on earth could have spent you or made you spend so many hours doing the same thing over and over and over that I had to take a short break? And by short break, I mean literally just take what would normally be a regular recording session and just so you can see it on Instagram. But anyways, all the magic is right down here. That big old hole that I had dug out back here is now a bee farm. Now this half has been running the entire time I've been breeding bees and getting this side set up. And this is how much honeycomb it has produced. I don't even think I would necessarily need this side, but you know what? We got it if we need it. Each side has these cute little, very not well done out passageways, so I can kind of manually refill the dispensers. And eventually, I think what we're going to end up doing is putting in some more lights that are not torches. In fact, now that we have some honey, we could... and we need to wait till nighttime anyway. So let's go pick up some string, which I think I'm gonna take what I can carry at the moment back with us, because we're gonna need a lot of string. Make some candles. Is that how you make candle? Yes, that is how you make candle. And let's go ahead and dip our way down in here. I need a fire starter, but while it's nighttime, I kind of want to go ahead and put in all the rest of the hive, the flowers, and the glass. Can't forget about the one log to keep everything in place. And now we have 14 spots. Is it going to be danger when I get up there? It's probably going to be danger when I get up there. Oh, hello. Not right now, sir. No, no. No, no. Get out of here. Go. Darn all these trespassers on my deserted island in the middle of nowhere. Darn you. Alright, with our inventory cleaned out a little bit, and turns out I already had my flint and steel, so all of that was completely and wholly unnecessary. I don't know how much of a good or a bad idea this is going to be, because I know candles look really cool, but they also don't light up as much as torches do, so I'm a little bit worried about that. Alright, everything should be good. I think the lowest light level that we have is a 3, and you need a light level of 0, if I remember correctly, in order for anything to spawn. I could be wrong, correct me if I am in the comments. This is the only wall that I didn't do anything with, because quite frankly, eventually I kind of want to try putting in a little bit of a larger system in place, because this is actually collecting a fair amount of honeycomb. All else fails, I have like a whole other space. I could just put in another segment of this. So the next thing that we need to do is really give our bees that are outside something a little bit nicer than a big old flowery tree and a small patch of flowers and random beehives to do their thing with. And how I'm thinking about doing that is start connecting this part of the base up into this area that will then split off into other directions. There we go. And we're just using path blocks for right now because I like path blocks one, and two, I don't feel like digging up a path and then placing more stuff down and then not liking how I did it, so then I have to dig it all back up and put it back down. But it gives a much better idea of, I don't know, how things are connected. Does that make sense? Anyways, the next step in all of this is to gather, well, first remember where I put all of my tuff, and let's make some polished tuff, some regular tuff, and then let's also make, probably don't need that many, but I'm probably gonna make that many, tuff brick, kind of like we did over here. Except I want to start any entrance areas with sort of like double stack tough brick. I may not be quite in love with this idea. And then we'll put, you know, candles on top of them. One can have 3 candles, the other one can have 2. But I want to do the same thing over here. I want to sort of figure out roughly where the entrance to this is going to be and stack up 2 of these, and I want to do this at every would-be entrance, and then I want to meet up all of these with these. The tough walls with the tough walls. And actually, this is a much more generous space than I was originally allowing myself, so I'm actually quite happy about this. It might throw off my plans for the area just a tad, but I'm here for it. Alright, something kind of like this. I think that gives us a very, very nice space to work with. So that way now we can take some spruce trapdoors and some oak wood trapdoors. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 8 spots that we need to make. I'm gonna try and spread them out a little bit because, well, you kind of wanna. Are you gonna be mad at me if I move your hive? We'll never know because your hive is gone. Oh, you know what? That's so cute. You know what? This is absolutely adorable. Like you see. Like, you see all of the little bits of yellow with the partially used honey boxes and whatnot mixed in with all of the unused honey boxes. It is absolutely adorable, but it makes me think, what if we scattered around some of our pink petals, because this is a cherry blossom-esque tree, you know? You can kind of throw some just kind of around. There we go. That is absolutely adorable already. Let's clean up these torches. Okay, so I had an idea of creating some flower beds too for our bees, because I'm sure they would like something a little bit more than just like the itty bitty flowers. And we have our rose bushes and lilacs and peonies, but I'm coming into the problem of shaping out these flower beds properly. I would like some more lily of the valley, but I don't have anything to give you in return. You want some steak? I have meat. You can have my meat. So, what I think is going to be the best thing to do, because I'm caught in one of those situations in a world where you really want to do one thing, but well, I guess I could. It's not that I can't. But you can't really figure out how to reconcile two things that you want at once. And so we're just gonna have to, you know, get a little creative with some new planter boxes. I think we can do that. Like that. Yeah. Oh yeah, that is adorable. Oh, and it fills out the space so nicely. I do need more flowers, though. I made the planter boxes quite a bit larger than I thought that they would be. It takes a surprising amount of blocks to cover a surprising amount of space in this game. And I still ain't figured it out. I've been playing this game for a while. Anyways, this is such a lovely, lovely space now. And I do have to admit, It's a lot nicer to have the wooden boxes instead of more stone or tough blocks because I don't know. I don't know what the terminology would be. Would it be like it breaks up the area? I don't know. It looks cute. It sort of I don't know. I don't know what there is about it. I think I want to take some either potting or pot soil like this or some coarse dirt and replace the grass. I haven't decided which one yet. Leave a comment down below which one you think would look a little bit better. Because I'm actually quite torn. Also, I realized that it's February and I completely missed Valentine's Day, and yet here I am building a cherry blossom tree in a beautiful, beautiful garden. I don't know, perhaps something was on the mind. Kind of coincidental, I suppose. Who knows? Anyways, we now have a pretty good, oh my goodness. We have a very good supply of honeycomb now. And of course, we made our iron farm last episode, which is having some issues that I'm going to have to figure out exactly how to rectify. But once that is figured out, everything will be as it needs to be. We'll have plenty of iron, which means we'll have plenty of shears, and it'll be nice. Anyways, I'm gonna enjoy the lovely ambiance that we've created with our bees and our cherry blossoms, and yeah, just end the episode here. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed it, hit the like button, maybe subscribe if you are new, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.